If you're an expert-driven business, maybe a personal brand or a creator, it's probably incomprehensible to you that you could ever find someone who can actually replace you and your skills and expertise as the figurehead of the business. This is probably why you are still trapped in delivery of some aspect of the business to some extent. But if you do want to grow beyond the life of a solopreneur or a creator trapped on the content creation hamster wheel, you do need to find a way to systematize your own expertise. And in this video, I'm going to give you my thoughts on exactly how to do that. In case you don't know me, my name's Olly Richards. I'm the founder of StoryLearning.com. It's a multi-million-dollar online education business that I'm going to use as a good case study. I'm also a mentor and advisor to other online education entrepreneurs. And this came up recently at a mastermind event I was running at a castle in Hobbitshire. It was fantastic. We had 10 entrepreneurs come down, drinks by the open fire, masterminding dinners, all this stuff. One of the things that came up for quite a few participants there was the fact that they are the expert in their business, whether they can make viral videos, whether they are a graphic designer of some kind. They have a particular expertise, and it's that they sell. You could run boot camps, you could do B2B stuff, you could go into companies, you could deliver live courses. Whatever it is that you're doing, you are the experts. You are teaching your expertise to people, but you don't know how you can bring in other people to do that. Whatever magic it is that you've got, no one else is going to have that. And it seems impossible that you could find someone to do that. So my main business is Story Learning. It's a language learning business where we teach languages through stories. Right back at the beginning, I used to teach all of the courses myself. So the very first course we made was a Spanish course using stories. This is me, as you can see, and I was teaching the course myself. But I then realized that, hey, we've got people learning languages, all different kinds of languages that I don't speak. I don't speak Turkish, but I want to teach Turkish. What I did was I took the way that I teach, the way that I think about languages, the way that I taught in this first course, and then I codified it into a system that other teachers could follow. Now, it took a bit of effort to do this, and there is effort involved in taking the ideas out of your head and putting it down on paper. But once you do it, so in this case, once I codified story learning, what that meant was now other people could come and deliver that. And we now have dozens of teachers, all of whom use the story learning method to produce courses in different languages. And so I was able to produce far more than I ever could have done myself. Now, you probably hear this, and in fact, this at the mastermind, exactly this happened. People were listening to this and they said, yeah, but I don't think that's going to work in my case because I'm the one that actually has to go in and deliver it. You know, they expect me. And it's like, well, of course they expect you if you're the one that's always been doing it. And the big shift that you need to make is to go from you being the offer to the system or the method being the offer. And so what will happen is the sales pages, your proposals, whatever it is that you're selling will change. It's no longer going to be you that they're getting. It's not going to be, hey, me, Ollie, I will come into your business and I will teach you. No, not that anymore. It's, we're going to deliver the system and one of my coaches is going to deliver the system. And so then all of your marketing needs to change so that you're no longer talking about your expertise and your story and how you did this, that, and the other, but rather you start to talk about the system and the results that the system gets for customers. Remember, fundamentally, your customers, whoever they are, they don't really care about you. What they care about is getting a result for themselves. And so what you've got to do is figure out how you can best demonstrate the fact that your stuff gets them results. It can be you that gets them results, or it can be your system, but it's only the system that is scalable. So this now brings us to the question of hiring and how you can find someone to do this. And the mistake that everyone makes is to think they have to hire someone who is going to do exactly the same thing as them, who's going to be basically a carbon copy of them. So let's say that you are great at teaching people how to make viral videos. You think that you have to find someone who can do exactly what you do. But that's a mistake because you're unique. And there is no one in the world that can do exactly what you do. And so what you need to do is approach this with the mindset of things are going to evolve. Things are not going to stay the same. Things are going to evolve and become slightly different and incorporate other personalities while retaining your core system. And that's exactly what I did in the story learning example that I showed you earlier. Now, the way that I like to think about this challenge of how to find the right person is in two parts. We've got the individual and we've got the system. Let's use the example of viral videos for this. So let's say that you have a method for creating viral videos and you teach businesses how to create viral videos. The wrong thing to do would be to go out and find someone who can make videos exactly like you. Instead, you want to drill down and think, well, what is the core competency that we're looking for in this scenario? If you could only pick one characteristic or one thing, what would it be? And it seems to me that the number one thing that you really want to look for in a person who you're going to bring on to teach viral videos is an understanding of attention. This person needs to know how to get attention on social media. That's it. In theory, it doesn't matter if they do that in a different way to you, but if this person can understand how to get attention, then you are going to be able to step back because you're going to trust them to be able to give good advice to your people. To think of it another way, if the person that you hire does not understand how to get attention online, then there's no possible way that it can work, right? And so this is the characteristic that I would be looking for, someone who understands attention on a very deep level. And you can't filter CVs for this. It's not going to work. You're going to have to take people through a very practical, hands-on set of tasks as part of the interview process in order for you to figure out who is that person who understands attention. But once you've got them, then they have the core competency that you're looking for this role. But that's not it, because you can't just then like kind of let them loose on your entire audience. So then you need to combine this person who understands attention with your proprietary system. And so the next thing you want to do is figure out, all right, so I teach viral videos. I am great I'm great. I'm awesome, right? And I'm not talking about me because I'm the least viral person on the planet. But let's separate my unique skill for a minute and think about what are the components of the system that I teach. And in your teaching, whether it's courses, boot camps, workshops, whatever, you are going to have step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5 that you are going to take your people through. Now, that could be understanding framing, understanding scripting, understanding hooks, whatever it is. You're going to take people through this process of understanding these various components, and that is the curriculum, if you like, of your system. It doesn't really matter if it's you teaching your unique way of getting hooks or someone else who you've hired teaching their unique way of getting hooks, as long as they understand it at a very, very core level. And so we are pairing the individual who you look for this core competency, this core understanding of virality on social media, and then you are pairing them with the system that allows them to fulfill your product. It's that combination of the two. The individual can change. If that person quits, you can look for someone else with those characteristics, but the system will stay the same. And so what you do, this right here is your business. The system is your business. So whatever it is that you do, however you deliver YouTube videos, however you deliver programs in universities or in B2B, however you teach your boot camps, figure out the step-by-step system, distill it down some way, and then understand that this is the thing that you codify, this is the thing you keep working on, this is the thing that gets your students the actual results. And this person then can and probably will change over time. And if they do, that's fine, because you're going to make sure that they've got, you find people with that core competency, and then their job is to pair their natural talent with the system that you've created. And this is how you expand your expert-led business and actually create something that you can step back from and they can actually scale to the moon and beyond. If you found this useful, then go share it with a friend who you think might be struggling with getting themselves out of the business. And then go and watch this video where I explain exactly how I built a multi-million-dollar online education business working only a few days a month. And I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with this stuff right here.